Hey there, it's Waste Potential 616 back again with some more comic review craziness. Or not. Anyway, just gonna do two comics, two Marvels. Let's start with Amazing Spider-Man 626. Let me just turn that down a little bit. Old school prodigy. Okay, this was a good issue. I've really been liking Spider-Man at the moment. Amazing Spider-Man. It's been solid. It's been tight. You know, recently with the resurgence of all the old villains, or new versions of old villains, this whole gauntlet thing, but and it's sort of been tenuously held together by having sort of Craven's daughter and wife sort of lurking in the background in shadows, sort of orchestrating things, but sometimes not. But this title itself, this issue itself, yeah, it was good. The artwork, Michael Gaydos. Sorry, childish of me. I've recognised this guy. I couldn't think of the title itself, but I recognise it. It's kind of very sort of dark and kind of gritty. There's a realistic kind of edge to it. I'd say it suits more characters like Wolverine and Punisher rather than Spider-Man. But in this story, it works. You know, it works. Mainly because of the story, which the main villain is the Hood, and he's got his like crew of bad guys, you know. But they're not all villains; they're sort of just street thugs, and the art kind of suits that theme and the tone of the story. Now, in regard to the Gauntlets, it's Scorpion. Oh, but it's not the Scorpion. It's not Matt Gargan. It's a female Scorpion, who I think was like a Hulk villain or something. Or she was in the Initiative. But yeah, she's not really the villain of the piece, but sort of she kind of fucks over Spider-Man and he helps her out. And it's a good story. It's a good like one-shot story. It's a nice pace. You know, I mean, it's, as I say, kind of tenuously links to the Gauntlet thing, but not really. It's kind of a one-off story. And a lot of these recent Gauntlet stories have been, and it works quite well. If you're just picking up the title, you've got a nice kind of one-off Spider-Man title, and the writer here, Van Lente, he does a good job. You know, Spider-Man, the Hood's the Hood. You know, it works well. It's, no pun intended, it's not amazing or anything. It's just standard. There's some nice character development with Peter and his roommate, and sort of that ongoing. You know, it's good when the writer puts a little bit of time into Peter Parker's life as well as Spider-Man's as well, so that's good. And the writer does a good job, but I kind of would have preferred. I've really been liking sort of Joe Kelly's stuff in Spider-Man, or Dan Slott. That stuff's been really good, and it'd be nice if there was a regular writer, I think, on The Amazing Spider-Man. Now, I know there's all these writers, they've kind of got a game plan, and they have meetings and stuff. You can tell that each issue does flow to a certain degree into the next, despite sort of different artists and different writers, to a certain degree, but it is noticeable sometimes, and it'd be nice. I think Dan Slott's really good, and Joe Kelly, but I'd say Dan Slott I prefer. Mark Waid did did one recently, which was quite good. But yeah, good title, a lot of fun, you know. But I'm going to say something similar to what I said sort of with Wolverine Origins, although it's a bit different. I just kind of want to see the story get going now. We've enjoyed that. He's called it one-shots, but you know, this thing with Craven's daughter and Craven's wife, you know, we want to get going. I think this story is going to be the last hunt or something along those lines. I don't know. But next issue, Juggernaut's going to be in it, and he's always quite a good character, so you know, should be interesting. But yeah, a good title, nothing great, but a slight dip, I'd say, in quality from previous issues, but only slight. It was enjoyable. Deadpool 21 also has Spider-Man in. Daniel Way, he does a great job here. This title is not to be taken too seriously. It is a comedy action comic, and it does exactly what it says in the tin. Some of the jokes do fall a little bit flat sometimes, but the majority of it is laugh. I mean, there's a little bit of toilet humour there, you know. You know, you think Deadpool's taking a dump, he's actually gone off and dressed up as Spider-Man and faked his own death. And there's a lot of craziness going on. I mean, the main villain in it is Hit Monkey. If you did get the one shot of Hit Monkey, it wasn't great, but as sort of like a side character in the comedy action book, it works quite well. It's funny seeing Spider-Man and Deadpool fighting a monkey in a suit with guns. So this is just a fun title. I say I'm enjoying this more than Deadpool Duck Merc with a Mouth. Mainly because there's no zombies in, and probably because there's Spider-Man in as well, which had a new kind of dimension to it. Because, as I've said before, I'm kind of getting a little bit too Deadpooled out. You know, there's a lot of Deadpool. But this is a fun read. The artwork is brilliant. Carlo Barberi. Yeah, it's kind of like it's slightly angry, cartoonish kind of artwork, but it really suits the tone of the book. You know, it's sort of a fun, cartoonish quality to it. There's facial expressions really good, which, okay, two main characters have masks, but it's like the civilian reactions to the craziness going on. It's you see sort of like, huh? When people see the craziness going on, so that it works quite well. Yeah, a good title. I'd say this is probably the best Deadpool title out at the moment if you're a Deadpool fan. Well, maybe a passing Deadpool fan. I mean, if you're a big Deadpool fan, you're lucky. There's like loads of books of him, and he's sort of becoming the next Wolverine. Maybe we'll be seeing him in an Avengers title or something, Deadpool, although probably not. Anyway, yeah, an entertaining read. Leave it at that, guys. See you later. Bye.